dreaming reality with God. Always. So my name is Joseph. It is April 9th, 2021. A Friday. It's 5:39 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I hope everybody is well as can be. So, as usual, I'm going to do my best to hold back from being human and reacting to the world I live in, I move about in. Because you can't do that, okay? You can't. Not anymore. Not at the moment. You gotta follow the rules. You gotta do what you are told to do. No ifs, ands, or buts. Yeah. I watched the news today. I got my dose. So I'm aware of what's going on. And like I said, it's hard. It's hard not to be human. And talk about it. Everything that's going on. It's unreal. It's unreal. But, you know, as crazy as everything is, and it is crazy, I don't care who you are. There's nothing you could convey to me that would sway me in any other direction than the one I am currently on, and it is plumb crazy. And the thing that's keeping me going is that all this chaos, all this noise, makes it easy for me to look, seek, reach, be more aware of something more. Something on the other side of the horizon, or something right there, right in front of me, you, but you just can't see it because it's dark. But it's there. And when the sun comes up and the light shines, I know what we're gonna see. At least I know what I will see, what I will know, what I will be. And that moment is so close, right around the corner, right across the street. You can see the glow of the new day in the sky. That's how close. Again, it's hard not to talk, to share my feelings about me, a human, amidst this world, and how I relate to this world, what I think of this world. You can't do that, okay? You can't. And I've been letting it just kill me inside, really. The audacity of another to place such dictates on natural law. Because what's happening is unnatural. This isn't normal. By now, you would think that somebody somewhere would have stood up and spoken up, and that in turn would have moved many to do the same. But that hasn't happened. That hasn't. So I'm not going to talk too long on the world. Myself, I see myself as pretty disconnected from the affairs of the earth. That's just who I am. It's who I've been for most of my life. I'm a loner, I guess. Pretty much stay with me, myself. I don't have the interest that many have. And I'm not looking at it as this makes a person better or worse. It just is who I am, and you are who you are. We are all who we are. Thank God. One of me is enough, just as I would, or I can, hear you saying the same of yourself. One is enough. And it is. I want to change the world. I want to envision a world. I want to be in a world, and everybody's there. And everybody's doing what they need to be doing for all. But they're not all me. There's just one me. And I know that sounds impossible to ever attain. It does. I wouldn't argue with anybody that would say that, that's impossible. Because it sure seems impossible. Because we can't behave here, just us, in the moment. And there's only going to be more and more and more and more people. Population is growing. See, I start to get into the world and what's going on in the world because I understand what's happening. It has nothing to do with I'm seeing what I want to see. I'm interpreting it in a way that accommodates my thinking. It's nothing like that. What I see, what is being reported, is what it is. I highly recommend anybody who catches this stream before tomorrow, usually around 2 p.m., 2 to 4 p.m. here in California anyway. Alex Jones will put up a stream, a Saturday stream, and from what I was hearing today, tomorrow's stream is going to be eye-opening, shocking, and I think that Americans, I'm trying to figure it out, but it just seems like Americans don't want to be bothered with it. It's too shocking. It's too personal, I guess. I highly recommend people Infowars.com. Banned. BANNED .video. Yeah. So you probably can't even say that. It's so crazy. It's evidence. It's all Infowars is doing is presenting evidence. One way or the other, it should be looked at. See, we're at a state and time where that's not allowed. It's you don't get that day. You're not allowed your day in court, so to speak. We truly have come to that point. The censorship. Yeah, I'm starting to stray into that, and I gotta move on. I want to talk about the positive, at least from my point of view. What I see happening, because everything's in balance. It may not seem that way, but ultimately everything comes into balance. So there's a moment coming, and again, it's soon, so soon. And I'm not one to just get up here and start saying this kind of stuff. I mean, I could have been talking all kinds of stuff over the years, just a possibility, just throwing them all out there non-stop. And I'm very particular about the thoughts that I choose to share. I said this last night in the stream that I'm not ignorant. I'm not stupid. I'm very aware. Everyone's entitled to an opinion of what they see in another. But I am allowed to defend myself. And in my defense, I'm not ignorant. The thoughts and feelings I have, a big part of them are determined by the environment around me. That's just a fact. That's like science. We know this. You're influenced, you're affected by your environment. Again, you don't need to be a rocket scientist. I mean, if somehow events found you living at the top of the mountain, the top of the tower, the penthouse, your life was just turned around and you had it all given to you, however, don't you think that's gonna affect you and how you feel? versus how you felt before you arrived. Up in that penthouse. We all know that it affects you. Oh, I could go all day. Again, I can't, because I know I'm gonna pop and I'm gonna start saying, going to that place you're not supposed to go because you're not a human. No humanness allowed. No personal thoughts. No, you can't contribute. Any and everything that needs to be known has already been determined. Go to www.yada.gov for all you need to know. Okay, enough. I'm gonna go into switch here to my favorite, one of my favorite things to talk about, and that would be UFOs, ETs, ITs, interterrestrials, intelligence. I thrive on intelligence. So the title of this stream is "This Intelligence is Not Here for You. It is here because of you." There's a difference. Don't you see? I think a lot of people are going to come at this with whatever this is. They're here for them. And it's not the case. They're here because of you. Not for you, but because of you. And I said this last night, and there's just some things I just got to keep saying. And that is that this intelligence, it's not coming here. It's here. It's always been here. Always. Before you, your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, and on and on and on, this intelligence was here. If you want to get all technical about like laws and all that kind of thing, technically they were here before you. And in my mind's, under the world that I live in, the government, the law, they have more right to be here than you. They were here first. Want to look at it that way. Invasion. They're not here to invade. Why now? Why wait till now? What was the point in that? See, now I'm starting to think like a human. That's another one of those things I'm very passionate about, is that people look at this intelligence and they apply the human factor to it. They attach human to this intelligence. And you can't. You just can't. This intelligence has nothing to do with the affairs of this world. If it did, then I wouldn't even be here right now having this conversation. We'd all know that it would be different. Clearly, it'd be different. And I will continue to say that there will be no landing. Why now? They're going to land. Why wait till now to land? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, people are people. People from 2,000 years ago were people. The same people like today. The technology, the setting, the props, all that have changed. But life is just the same today as it was 2,000 years ago. So from a extraterrestrial, whatever, an intelligence, whether it's from some other planet, galaxy, dimension, universe, wherever it's from, which I have already stated, it's here. It's always been here. I need a little bit of swallow something to drink. See, even this, talking about this, I fight with myself. Because it's crazy, isn't it? Makes no sense. Again, if I apply the human factor to it all, to them, it doesn't make any sense. This intelligence has been with us from our beginning. And I don't think it's them contacting us as much as it has been us trying to contact it, whatever it is. That's what I see. It's been this way from the beginning. Our history, our past. Even the Bible. I'm not here to discount scripture or anybody's religion. I think that what I'm here is to say that this intelligence, because it's not as two-way, it's not as much of a two-way conversation as I think many would think. Again, because this intelligence hasn't been reaching out to us. They're not landing and making themselves known. It's been us reaching to it, trying to understand it. And the scriptures, Bible, all the faiths, but I'll focus on the Bible. I see this intelligence that is here right now. It's the same intelligence that played a part in all the, in everything that has transpired within humanity, in our reach, our attempt to make contact, to make sense out of being here. This, all this, what is it? Where am I? Who am I? What am I? All those questions. See, we've been doing the same thing since the beginning of man. We've been thinking the same things and using different props and settings to come to the conclusions that we arrive with. Back 2,000 years ago, the setting and the props were different. Well, the setting and the props play a very big part in any scene. So the setting and the props of 2,000 years ago affected, they influenced the interpretation that people came to in their reach for God. One. God is one of all. God is everything. God is this moment right now that's always been, always will be, has no beginning, no end. That's God. I don't look at it as this like power. God as being power. God is the creation itself, which is this right now, which has always been, always will be, no beginning and no end. I'm content with that. It keeps me mellow, cool, calm. I'm not fighting with what I feel, questioning it. My mind is intelligent enough to know that the question of how did this all begin? What is the beginning? Is a futile question to ask. And I rest with that, with only one reason, and that is anyone or anything that ever gives you an answer, any answer they give you will be met with, well, what came before that. Then the next person in line answers, and then the next person, well, what came before that? You'll never get the answer you're looking for if you're looking for an answer to something that has no answer. If the answer is there is no beginning, there is no end, this moment, whatever you want to call it, whatever you can relate to, what makes you feel safe, has always been. It's always been. It changes. Just like life, everything's moving and changing. I mean, the earth, if you want to come at this from a scientifical approach, the earth didn't just appear. It wasn't made up of things that didn't already exist. Everything changes. That's all. And right now, humanity is about to change. I feel pretty confident in saying that, because that's what's going on. I'm seeing it all around. It's talked about that humanity is changing. Something's coming. Something's about to happen. A lot of people talk about the coming together of the flesh and the machine. I myself don't subscribe to that path. I think that it is doomed to failure. Why? Because it's not natural. There's no need to do it that way. You already have what you're looking for. We all have what we are all looking for. For some reason, though, we want more. It's not enough. Give me more. Now I say this intelligence is not here for you, it is here because of you. And I really feel that it plays a very big part in this. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, so anything I say is not the one thing that I just sit with and that's it. This is just one part of what's playing out. And when I say that this intelligence is here because of you, I say that because I see humanity, much of humanity, because they don't believe in themselves, because they lie to themselves, they are becoming useless. There is no worth. They are like dead weeds, becoming weeds, dying, and that need to be pulled. And that's where I see this intelligence coming in. And I don't see this as, I see this, I see what is happening. This isn't the first time. This is, everything goes in cycles. The sun goes up, the sun goes down. Everything works with that premise. And we are at that point where a cycle is ending and a new one is beginning. And they are here, this intelligence. Like, again, they're not coming here, they're already here. And I mean, if you had a garden and it was becoming overrun with weeds, what would you do? Or maybe, let's substitute instead of a weed, how about a pretty flower? a particular flower that's pretty, that has something about it that doesn't make it a good flower to have in your garden, what are you going to do? It's not that you don't think the flower's pretty. You're not looking at it in that way. You pull it. You remove it. Then you don't get rid of it, you recycle it. I'm going to put that out there too, that it's not like you're pulling this and then just like burning it. Or everything has use, and I imagine it, if you want to personify what I'm seeing, if you want to do that, then imagine the train. Everybody's getting on the train and getting ready to leave, to depart. That's what I see. I don't think the train's loading quite yet, but it's pulling in. Yeah, that's a good way to see it. I'm getting into this UFO thing. You start getting into the UFO phenomenon, it's easy to get lost and confused. And if you're a fair person, you keep in mind, you take into consideration the fact that you yourself can't make a determination one way or the other, and you hear all the other side, because there's plenty of people out there that, you know, it's evil, it's bad, or I was abducted and this is what they did, bad, on and on and on. They're here because of you. Maybe I'm just being influenced with my impressions of humans, those humans on this planet who have a plan, an agenda to cull the herd. Kind of like pulling the weeds, I guess. Cull the herd, reduce the population. There's too many people. You know what? I've been kind of thinking, because I again, I've said this before in other streams, that, you know, when I think about something, I'm thinking about it from all the angles. I think about it from one angle, and then I shift to a little bit different approach to it. So I'm looking at all these things from all these angles, and maybe I just keep that thought to myself for the moment. This intelligence is here. My thoughts is that it is in contact with all of us. I think it's natural. This connection, this contact. I don't see it like they're intruding into one's life. Again, they're not living the life of a human, okay? You got to stop personifying them as humans. They're not. There's a part of them that has a humanness to it, that the natural human, because we're determined to make ourselves into something else other than what we already are. It's not good enough just being who you are. Yeah. We are all in contact with this intelligence. Again, it's here. It's not coming. It's here. It's always been here. And if you're waiting for the government to tell you, yeah, good luck. I mean, come on. I mean, you all been told that Roswell, 1947. That was the year my mom was born. She was 6 months old. So y'all been told Roswell. The government knew. That's the story. How is it that all these years later the government hasn't come out with this? I'm telling you right now, because they're sick and twisted. They are evil, filled with the need for power and control. That's all. Because there's no justifiable reason that any of these people could ever propose to justify what they have done, which is lie. Lie about one thing that each and every single one of you deserve to know. Why? Because this is something, it affects everybody. Quite simply. You really don't need to try to justify it beyond that. It affects everybody. I feel it's a pretty serious enough thing, has enough interest that that's exactly what should have taken place. You know, they take a few months, take a year, gather your senses, have discussions about how we gonna do this, because it does need to be done. The world needs to know. That's not what they did. Here we are right now. You've got stimulus packages with neatly tucked into, nested deep into this package for stimulus for you know what, is legislation for UFOs. For all the literature, the pictures, whatever, all the government agencies have on UFOs. And I think a lot of people think that it's coming. Oh, disclosure's coming. Are you kidding me? What changed the mindset of these just fighting to keep back the words? What's changed that they've changed their mindset? Because up until now, it's been a need to know, top secret, above. Nobody needs to know. So what is different? What's changed? You really think they found a heartfelt space inside themselves? Realize the error of their way? decided to go good, do the right thing? You really think that the government, the military, because that's who's holding all this up, is the military. And the military is the rich, the super elite. Yeah, it's all changed. They found their heart, and we're going to tell the world. Yeah, they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you you're not alone, which is what they've been saying right out in the open for this past year, the Pentagon. I mean, when they're showing you photos and you're looking at them and you got to be thinking the same thing I'm thinking, and I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that the Navy and the Pentagon are thinking that you're thinking, because they've already looked and came to the conclusion that they don't know what it is. Hence, when you look at it, you're going to be saying the same thing. I don't know what it is. And if you listen a little more to what they are saying, it does things that we can't do. They can't imagine any other country out there doing these things. So that leaves you with pretty much just one more thing to ponder on. It's not ours. It's not anybody's. Hence, you are not alone. Okay? Why all of a sudden, again, has the government changed their stance on this? I don't think it's to change the world for the better, not the world that you and I and many are dreaming of. These military minds, they don't function the same way that a civilian does. And I'm not dissing on soldiers, and I have much respect. But I do believe there are limits. And we've reached the limits. Uh-oh. Am I disconnected here? Figures. I think I should just pause. And I'll continue this in another stream, because I don't even know if it's streaming or not. I'm getting error. Not enough information. Okay. Well, I'll keep coming back as long as I don't get bumped again. I didn't talk about you know what, so it's all good. Be well and smile. Thanks for coming, too.